Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole. It is done. Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Still alive, so that's progress.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
It's our job to get us out of here safely, not yours.
It's my job too. The druids don't care about us. No one does. We have to look after ourselves. That's what Mole says.
That girl.
I
I
wonder
don't
what the
care
next
what
move is.
Mole says. Stupid and
Defender
reckless.
of the people.
Indolence breeds madness.
I've a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
And again. Swing and swing and... Oh!
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower.
You saw another Gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
By the dead gods, are all Giths so brutal?
Brutal? Blood still flows through his own veins. I was positively gentle.
Looking ahead.
No time to
Gods,
dally.
deliver me.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
What to bring?
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
The Tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run. The creche holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious.
Well met.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the Druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done. And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you? Making sure we're ready to leave when the time comes. I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. You saw what those bastards that run the place were doing to Arabella, scaring the precious mite. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at. Be careful. They look as brittle as old bark, but they're vicious. Anything else? Anything else? You've been a friend. I had a feeling you'd be back. Anything else? You've been a friend.
My faith protects me.
Still breathing, despite everything. Still alive, so that's progress.
Sorry about the nest. You guys find anything good today?
Junk. Worse than junk.
Where am I needed?
Look where we did it.
Waiting to get into me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No, you are incapable. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, move. Nothing here for you.
Mind, never quiet.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? No, the druids are too powerful. We can't stand against them all. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense. A low thought, but I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that, but they've already let you pass once. To get these people to Baldur's Gate? Everything. I'm still hoping Korga can be swayed from this madness. But if not, leaders need to make tough decisions. We do what we must.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes, of course.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Harsh. Remind me to stay on your good side.
You were never on my good side.
I'll be keeping an eye on you. Understand?
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
These tracks. Goblins?
People
so,
up ahead.
Gith, aren't you worried
Something's
your
wrong.
kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is Lae'zelk Chucky. And my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Hang on, Ned. You're going to be all right.
So pale.
Stop it! You're scaring him.
Run.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured and I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mind the true soul. He will... He...
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen, like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. But instead of them, Edwin found an oil bear. An angry one. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks. What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, sir. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, True Soul, we may stand a chance.
You spoke of the Absolute. Same as that goblin Sazza. Curious.
Looks
By
like
the
the Absolute.
Sundering. The parasite allows us to influence others.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
A power born of Illithids might be dangerous in the wrong hands, but valuable in ours.
It's only valuable if we understand it. And we don't. Not yet, at least. Sensible.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. This body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
How would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder? Or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Absolute. Protect us.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
In my best interest.
Come on, can't stay idle.
I go.
Impero
You bow, or you...
What now?
This is my time.
Got to move.
Still breathing, despite everything.
This is my time.
I won't give in. Try me.
Battle favors the fearless.
Good looks from you to his dead mother. A single strike will end his suffering.
It hurts.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
The cub has a fighting chance now.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
That's good, right?
Pigs a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
forever dauntless.
I will not know failure.
What's the plan?
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland. Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Well met.
Seluna statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura. This thing won't yield its contents easily. Let's move.
Owlbear eggshells. An unhatched one would fetch quite a price.
Just an old prayer.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind?
Wits and blades, always sharp.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Eager for battle.
What am I to do?
A hero at heart. No time to rest.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Looking for weapon, the absolute. Crashed from the sky, taken by infidels. Edwin, a true soul, a chosen. Brynna and Dick. Sister, brother, my job to protect them.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
I'm so glad I found... Wait, it's me! It's Alfira, from the Grove. I'm sorry for barging in like this, but I had to come find you. You've... well, inspired me. I want to stand on my own 2 feet, to prove that I can be half the bard Lihala was. I want to join you. To fight by your side. I want to help people. as you've helped me. I've been running since El Turel. And when we finally arrived at the Grove, we found danger there too. Unless I hide away from the world, I can't avoid it. So I'd rather face it head on. With you. Really? Just like that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Safer to keep her here than blundering around by herself. Wouldn't want her accidentally leading the wrong sort of attention to us.
I won't let you down. I promise.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the fine. What's on your mind? I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Speak. If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear.
Well met.
How can I help?
I can't wait to hit the road. Where will we go? Neverwinter? Oh, can we go to Waterdeep? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take it one note at a time, as my teacher would say.
You open your eyes with a lurch, and you are not in your bed. You stand above a body which is in a state of gore nearly beyond recognition. The body of that brave girl who earnestly swore to devote her life to your cause. Her blood covers you, and its warmth feels like the embrace of an old friend. You recall nothing of how you ended up here, but your head pounds and aches. No matter how it appears, the body is there, and her blood is on your hands. The question flows through your mind. Who are you, really, that you could be guilty of such bitter business? If you could craft a corpse like this in one night, what masterpieces have you sculpted in your forgotten decades? You don't have much time for reflection now. You need to act. You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the hot sin before you. steed is bright and clear as the dawning day.
Another waif dead before her time. I wonder how it happened.
He's hoping the explanation is less sloppy than the kill.
Now, I can't help but notice that one of us is positively drenched in blood. So?
She was brutalized. The killer knifed her many times after she was dead. Was it you? The blood speaks for itself. Why? The parasite must be affecting you deeply.
The worm in your head has never slept more peacefully. You know in your heart it was something deeper, hungrier.
Even if it was the worm, this was peculiar indeed. I'll be watching.
An uneasy feeling lingers in the air. As the Inquisition departs, you are left alone with a familiar headache. Spasm grips your chest. Your strength falters. An emptiness grows within you, Paladin. Something has been lost.
You have broken your oath, Paladin. At the close of day, I will be waiting for you. We have much to discuss.
I thought this camp was supposed to be our safe haven. Not quite so when we wake up to dead tiefling bards. I may have difficulty sleeping for a while. So, you're not in full control of your faculties? If you think it might happen again, warn me. I would hate to have to kill you. Fine. What's on your mind? I don't think I've ever had a confidant.
Just so you know, I don't judge you for what happened to that bard, Alfira. But the look of guilt on your face was priceless. I don't care, really. But you could have been more subtle about it.
I was no friend to Alfira, but there was no sense in killing her. I'll be watching everyone in this camp like a hawk. Especially you. I'll tell you what I think anyway. I won't miss Alfira, but I won't stand for chaos. Govern your hunger before it governs you.
Alfira wouldn't have harmed a housefly. A gentle young soul slain in her prime.
Go on, then. State your business with me, from a safe distance. If it's all the same to you. I'm sure that will be of small comfort to her.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The bard's death is a weight for thine own conscience to bear. She will be left to the peace of eternity, where the urge shall seek her no more.
I have been waiting for you. I felt the moment of your liberation. The shedding of your bond. You called to me. I am here to show you the way. I was the first. The first to swear. The first to fall. When another's oath is broken, I stand witness. I hear their sorrow. I see their jubilation. I guide their hand. Oathbreaker. You swore to deliver vengeance. To hunt down those who had wronged and ensure they felt the sting of justice. Tell me, why did you abandon your oath? Cruelty need not conflict with purpose. And a shattered mind may yet uphold an oath, but you have fallen. And it seems you do not fully comprehend the reason why. Take comfort in your undoing. I, like you, abandoned my cause. But much can still be achieved. Your oath is broken. The light within you fades. A new power is awakening. Darkness will obey your summons. The dead will march to your rhythm. Even now, these shadows, they sense the cracks in your armor. They yearn to be used, to be inflicted. Do not resist. Surrender and be remade. Though born of a vile source, these powers can be used for good or ill. Your oath no longer binds you. The choice is yours alone. Oathbreaker, what do you need of me? I served a noble lord. I fought for him without question or restraint. Where his light shone, my sword followed. In his name, I raised villages, put thousands to the sword. I believed our greater purpose required such brutality, such sacrifice. But his light was so radiant, it blinded me to all else. I could not see the darkness and corruption of the path he led me down. When I finally saw the truth, he would not be reasoned with. So I ended him. For this, I was called Oathbreaker. It was merely a choice, as I have made countless others since. What's past is past. We are here to discuss your future.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.